And we're back with World of Horror. I seem kind of humongous. Hang on. There we go. And this is World of Horror version 1.0. And let's see, what are the major changes? How's Meale's effect works again, safety in numbers, effect change to reflect the card text. Attack the teacher, action can be saved and loaded during combat. Vent crawler, clicking through your death disabled. Fix the top bar disappearing after changing the full screen option while in the 1x scale. Secret character can't die interacting with the outer entity. Bottled water added to the liquid tag. Crowbar, missing combat messages issue fixed. Delinquent world, reason damage lowered to reflect card text from 3 to 2. Quick play, random character selection fixed. Uchida's ghost banished. What does that mean? Light source is now a proper string for A required, B required, C required, allowing any in-game light source item to be required. The health of custom enemies now scales properly as the playthrough progresses. Yakitori and Golanka added to the fresh meat deck. Translation fixes, typo fixed. Alright, now what's new? Welcome to Shiokawa. This update brings World of Horror out of the early access stage. Major changes including what I've been waiting for. 4 new mysteries bring new events and enemies, 2 new characters with their own set of new upgrades, 2 new old gods, each bringing new strategies to the game. Save load system, take a break without losing any progress. Additional translations of the game including Japanese, Chinese traditional, Chinese simplified, Korean, French, and German. Alright. Thank you, Moister. Let's see, let's go with a new story. Yeah, let's do something that's kind of easy on the eyes. Yeah, no. Alright, let's go with this. I like this. If it's your first time playing through World of Horror, it is recommended that you start with a spine-chilling story of School Scissors option before trying more complex playthroughs. Well, we've played this before. Whoa, oh my god. Hey. Hey Miku, everything alright over there? So let's customize our playthrough. And we'll randomize. Wait, no, I'm putting that as a custom seed. Where is it? Here we go. Beeping. Here we go, Beeple. Okay, so first we have Kirie Minami. 20, female. Could ghosts following her be in any way connected with all the weird events happening in town? Aiko Takahashi. Barely surviving after a ghost of a man kept her underwater. Of a drowned man kept her underwater. She is determined to solve this mystery. Haru. Robbing that old abandoned manor was a mistake, with his friends dead and mutilated. Yeah, I made a mistake. I'll be right back. Okay, better. Okay, I didn't realize I was muted. Or at least I thought I was muted, so let me run that back. Kiri Minami. Could the ghost following her be in any way connected with all the weird events happening in this town? Aiko Takahashi. Barely surviving after a ghost of a drowned man kept her underwater. She's determined to solve this mystery. Haru. Looked like your thingy was asleep. Yeah, like I tried to actually do that on purpose. So like I've kind of figured out how to make him look like he's asleep whenever I get up. Robbing that old abandoned manor was a mistake. With his friends dead and mutilated and eventual horror chasing him, no speed is too fast. Teen idol Mizuki Hamasaki. What a strange world we live in, where stopping an ancient evil is the easiest way to boost your career. Koji Tagawa. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. The government won't sweep this one under the rug. Med student Mimi. Finally, a way to put into practice everything she's learned so far. Rioter Miku. Rebellious misfit keen on spreading chaos. She'll protect her hometown, even if only for her own selfish reasons. Hunter's daughter, Moriko Ishii. Ignoring her father's warning, she decided to hunt the monster killing the animals to protect this forest, and unknowingly save the world. Priest, Yashiro Kawaji. While he didn't technically complete his studies at the seminary, a worrying letter from his sister forced Yashiro to take the first train to Shiakawa. After all, she died a few years ago. Witch, Ayaka Kuroi. They didn't want to participate in Ayaka's ritual. Now they are all dead and their souls will continue to torment her. Ex-cultist, Toshiaki Wakamatsu. When Toshiaki discovered the club's sinister intention, he flew into action, stealing their most prized possession. This cursed book will either save or doom our entire world. Hunted heiress, Juri Okasawa. Something terrible is stalking Juri, and with each passing day, its presence is getting nearer and nearer. Item statistics, randomization off when leveling up. Random unlock perk cards. Timeline X. Start your playthrough through a randomly chosen timeline. We'll play as Aiko. And what backstories do we have? Medical history. Brill bones run in your family if you spent each summer in a cast. You start with extra experience and bandages, but an injury may occur whenever the player takes damage in combat. Hunted by the cult. You've managed to run from them once, but the cult is tireless. Solving mysteries reduces more doom, but you get more unique combat encounters. The 7th curse. Your family was cursed. Everyone around you will die. You start the playthrough with more funds, but you can't have any human allies. Ill-fated. You were born under a bad moon. All event skill checks automatically fail. Knight errant. Only I can save our town. Receive a major penalty each time you complete a mystery with sub-A ending. Scars. I've made it through hell and back. It won't break me now. Lowers incoming damage by 1. Drastically lowers max stamina and reason. Okay, I think Scars is new. Curious birthmark. Doctor, if it looks fine, please explain to me why is it changing its shape? Any damage taken in combat can cause a curse. Fatalist. It's pointless. I can't change my fate. You must solve the mysteries in the order they appear on the board. Exquisite taste. Only a few places are good enough for me. Only 1 additional action is available per location. Eldritch Parasite. Something is growing inside me. You start with extra stamina and reason, but you can't regain them. For now, let's just do a normal World of Horror. Classic mode. Somewhere a group of people gathers, trying to awaken their master. Oh, I gotta unlock all the... I have to unlock the new old gods? Excuse me? The nuclear tests in the Pacific region have awakened something evil in the depths of Mariana Trench. Egotag is now slowly emerging, ready to once again rule the coastlines. Old gods rule, follow the commands or suffer its wrath. Oh, this is new. This looks great. So far, the interface pretty much looks the same. You check your mailbox. It's empty. Oh, this is cute. Wait, do we get newer outfits? Better outfits? In a figurine, you find some money. Now let's start a mystery then. Inexplicable and morbid events have been plaguing your town for some time now. You've marked down 5 of them, hoping that there is something connecting them. You can tackle these 5 mysteries in any order you want. Beware, your decisions will haunt you and influence yet unsolved mysteries. So, yeah, basically what that means is that depending on the endings you get for each mystery, it can change some background stuff, or give you tougher enemies in other mysteries, or you might get more unique encounters. Worrying write-up of a wordless ward, far-out fable of a fear festival, bizarre brute of the blood-curdling botanist, eerie episode of evolving eels, horrible history of household hell. Also, almost all of these mysteries have like some form of alliteration to them. There's supposed to be 4 new mysteries. Let's see if we can roll them all. Sorrowful Saga of the Moonlight Sailors. Tragic Tale of the Thaumaturgy Teacher. Bloody Brief of a Beckoning Bulletin. Alarming Account of Abnormal Arms. Curious Case of a Contagious Coma. Spine chilling. This is the tutorial mystery. Man, I've already done all of these. Give me the new ones, video game. It only gave me one of the new ones. Are you really only gonna give me one of the new ones every now and again, video game? Come on. Unless like the 4 new mysteries were in like the last update probably as well. So it's only going to give me one of the new ones so far. Do I have to unlock them? Well, the hell with it. We'll just start with the new one then. Tubi used to be one of the most outstanding classes in the school, at least before their teacher's disappearance. Her replacement glides through the school, entrancing all those around her with her soft voice and calming, emotionless eyes. Now she stands at the front of the class, scribbling occult symbols in chalk and hissing lessons about the old gods. The children no longer play, but sit in their seats until dark, chanting along, learning of their eldritch masters and preparing to serve them. We've started a new mystery, tragic tale of the thaumaturgy teacher. Unique items. Let's do that. Is there anything even useful left? You rummage through your belongings, trying to find anything that'll help you. You finally pick up Aiko's plush toy. Hopefully that will be enough. Plus 5% due. -1 incoming combat damage, -2 perception, -2 luck. Only friend. They're not real, they're not real, they're not real, they're not real. Okay, the more I look at this toy, the more creepy it kind of gets. Whoa, whoa. Okay, this is new right here in the middle. Whoa. Don't investigate hospital or mansion or suffer its wrath. Hospital and mansion. Investigate downtown twice to complete this quest. Whoa, they changed the song. Yo! Yo, that's cool. That's really cool. Oh, and it fades out? And it loops back around. I love it. Don't investigate schools, seaside, and apartments or suffer its wrath. Vital clue. The investigation is taking a toll on you. You start to miss the most obvious leads. Plus 4% due. Following a rumor, you visit the house of a schoolgirl who acted really strange in class. The girl's parents sit crying in the living room and fearfully point you upstairs. Lovesick Corner. They say a ghost of a heartbroken boy appears on the street at night. Is it just an urban legend, or is there some truth to this tale? Strength check failure. You plan to wait the entire night observing the spot where the supposed ghost would appear, but you fall asleep. You wake up on a cold bench, your entire body aching badly. -1 stamina. Climbing a tree, you get a better view of the class. Weird schematics of some portal drawn on the blackboard could help in the future. Go investigate a hospital, downtown, and mansion. Loud knocking wakes you up in the middle of the night. "Open up!" shouts a deep voice from behind the door. "I know you're there." Dexterity check success. Before you can answer, the door's letterbox suddenly opens and an unknown invader tries to look inside. Luckily, you manage to stand still. After a couple of minutes, the man retracts, probably unsure of your home after all. +5 experience. She sits in her bedroom in a bloodstained uniform, a dead rat lying in her hands. Ask why she killed it. She just grins. Workout routine. "Takahashi," you hear a chipper voice shout during a jog around the area. You turn your head to see another one of your teammates in casual clothes, smiling, blissfully unaware of everything going on. "What's up, Captain?" Notice anything weird recently? Charisma check success. She tilts her head and presses a finger to her chin, thinking hard. With a tiny "oh," she begins telling you a strange story from the other day. +10 experience. Another lead. The former teacher of the class may prove more useful. Knocking on their door, however, gets you no answer. Just subtle chittering behind the door. Go to investigate hospital, forest, and village. No, I have 3 funds, so Could I afford a weapon? Oh, they use this song for all the merchants now. Hospital, forest, and village. So we'll investigate the mansion. Cadaver theater. Corpses are strung up on wire like macabre marionettes with painted smiles and rosy cheeks. -2 reason. Shimokage. An old priest is performing a ritual to appease a local demon in prison underground. You're invited to join them. We participate in the ritual. Knowledge check failure. Distracted by a huge man wearing a demon mask, you have trouble following the intricate pattern of steps, bows, and claps. This ritual is a disaster. +2% doom. Not wanting to wait for an elevator, you decide to take the rarely used stairs. You suddenly trip but grab at the railing at the last second. When you get up to inspect what caused you to trip, you freeze in terror. It is slowly standing up. This dude! You try to sever their ties to this world. And you do so. A little boy from the school has been attacked by his classmates. It's a bad time to be out of cash, says the grim-looking man who's standing in your way. Our company, fortunately, specializes in cases like yours and will gladly help you get back on track. After all, he takes a step closer and you could swear there's a faint smell of rust around the man. Everyone has something to sell. You startle awake on a park bench. Did you faint? There's no sign of the grim man anywhere, but you find an envelope full of cash inside your pocket. -3 stamina, +2 funds. You find him in the hospital, covered in bites. Just what is with this whole summoning that he speaks of between his sobs? Therapy. You're stopped by a masked man wearing a lab coat. He introduces himself as a researcher from Tokyo University, testing a new treatment method that promises to revolutionize modern medicine. Holding out a pile of documents, he tells you he can heal your wounds for free. You just need to sign here. Luck check failure. Later, you wake up in the abandoned surgical ward within the old part of the hospital with a nasty new wound. The doctor is nowhere to be seen. Plus injury. Damn it, -1 damage in all attacks? We gotta go to a doctor. I feel like the skull is observing your every move. -10% max stamina, that's fine. It's getting dark as you arrive at the cemetery, and shadows move in fantastic and unaccountable ways between the tombstones. Finding the right grave may prove to be a challenge, especially when you feel someone's gaze on your back. Dig out the package. Oh, probably because I have the shovel. Using a shovel, you dig out a package that was hidden underneath the marked tombstone. You retrieve the letter and a dirty envelope with cash. +5 experience, +2 funds. With no other ideas, you decide to wait outside the school itself. The corridor is flooded by a black sludge that's slowly oozing from underneath the door of the chemistry classroom. A damp, moldy stench grows as you get closer. How are you going to get to the other side? Perception check failure. You're too late to keep something from biting your ankle. It's not bleeding badly, but you worry about an infection if the black sludge gets into the wound. Plus injury. Yeah, I rolled an ankle. The faint chanting doesn't stop, and no one enters or leaves the building. Venetian society. That pair has been following you since morning. You finally managed to lose it, but can't shake the feeling that it will only get worse. -2 stamina. You hear a scream coming from the school. It's time to enter. You sneak in through a window and skulk across shadowy corridors. All the classrooms have emptied out. Peering into one, you spot the corpse of a teacher nailed to the chalkboard. Shaking, you approach it. You spot an odd bulge protruding from his stomach. It rises against your fingers as you probe it. Suddenly, the teacher's chest rips apart, showering the classroom with gore. From within, a child coated in meat and intestines leaps out, screeching with joy. Oh God. Well then, bitch, I'm gonna have to beat the shit out of you with this shovel. As you near the gym hall, the chanting and rhythmic drums grow louder, threatening to intoxicate you. You creak open the door and stifle a scream. The entire school is gathered around a huge portal surrounded by black candles. From within, the bellowing of the beast being summoned echoes. The teacher stands at the front, covered in a purple robe, her true form revealed. Oh God, what the fuck? Shiakawa School, knowledge is power. There's not a special run. Can't run from this encounter. Attack the teacher. Maybe if you defeat them, the horror will end? You defeated Shiakawa School. You defeated the school. With her dying scream, the teacher throws herself into the portal. Her vicious master shows no mercy. You hear it devour her before the connection shuts. The confused children lie on the ground crying. Thanks to you, however, they are safe. Tragic tale of the Tamachi teacher, ending A. Rewards for solving this mystery. Knowledge is key. 30 experience, plus 15 experience, minus 3% doom, plus 1 reason and stamina. Time passes, plus 1 day. Riots. Dangerous bands of rioters are gathering around the downtown area. The police are hopeless. Alright, now let's try another one. That one was actually kind of fun. Bizarre brood of the blood-curdling botanist. Your neighbor asks you to help. Her husband, Chido-san, has gone missing. She is worried it might be connected with the new fertilizer he ordered from Tokyo. Where is he and why would he need so much fertilizer? You got the business card of a gardening company where the missing man was working. Maybe some of his colleagues could tell you something useful. Investigate the school location twice. Suddenly, an empty bottle smashes on the wall behind you. You cover yourself from the glass fragments and notice a masked assailant holding a baseball bat. It's Miku! Oh, we have enough experience, okay. Ryder grabs a bottle filled with fuel. Ryder throws a Molotov cocktail at you. You are engulfed in flames. You suffered a new injury. Burn. Alright, that's my move, bitch. You're gonna have to... You're gonna have to chill the fuck out. Oh, I only get to pick one? I don't get... Okay. Okay, so leveling up is a lot more... Used to be a lot more thought out during gameplay. Shiro-san has always been a weirdo, but he's good at what he does. Last month he ordered a pack of an experimental fungicide from Tokyo. I think I've seen the dispatch order with an address somewhere, the old man says. Help me move the start and I'll look for it. Old friend. You're pleasantly surprised to meet your old friend while waiting for a train. She's undoubtedly changed a lot since you've last seen her. These days she's moderating a web forum dedicated to the paranormal. Maybe she knows something useful. Invite for a coffee. In between conspiracy theories and Bigfoot sightings, you hear a worrying rumor about an old god slowly awakening to rule the earth once again. Could this be the reason for the recent horrific events? -1 funds, +7 experience. While the dispatch order is stained with a foul-smelling liquid, you think you can make out the address, or at least parts of it. The house is somewhere in the nearby forest. Mask Festival. As you glance around, you notice that more and more people are wearing strange masks, unlike anything you've ever seen before. As you turn to your friends for reassurance, you notice that some also wear these eerie masks. Their voices sound muffled and distorted, and you can't shake off the feeling that they're not quite themselves. The hairs on the back of your neck stand on end, and you realize something is terribly, terribly wrong. They are preparing for something. This can't be healthy. Are they hiding something? You can't help but wonder what lies behind the masks that conceal the faces of the people around you. Are these even the people they claim to be? Or are they just masquerading as something they're not, hiding their true identities behind the masks that they wear? Final base. You stand in the middle of a baseball field, built back when the school had a team. It's slowly become overgrown and students only go here to study or relax. Suddenly something feels very wrong about this place, but you can't quite put your finger on it yet. What's wrong? Perception check failure. You break into a cold sweat. A baseball field shouldn't have so many bases. Are those graves? -2 reason. A new yet undefined species of the cordyceps fungus has been observed to infect rats, taking over their bodies. Could it have the same effect with other mammals? Maybe. One second. Got to stretch for a bit. Next is the village. Not even closing your eyes lets you unsee the irresistible gaze of Egotag. A voice inside your head suggests getting rid of your eyes entirely, and with each passing day you agree with it more and more. -2% doom, -2 stamina. It's dark. You don't remember the degrees growing so close to each other. Forest ritual. The suspicious group you've been following is gathered in a nearby forest. They're enacting some sort of ritual in a clearing up ahead. The only nearby vantage point is a large rock. Strength check success. You manage to see some of the faces and hear the names of the group. You stumble upon a half-eaten deer carcass. White sands. A parasitic organism buries under the bark, undulating slowly. Knowledge check success. All nearby trees are connected underground. The main branch leads east. You make a mental note to avoid the region. Carvings. While wandering through the woods, you discover strange carvings on one of the trees, and, by the look of them, they were made recently. Could they be connected with the current mystery? Knowledge check failure. You can't tell what the strange symbols mean. Wandering aimlessly in this forest, it will take some time before you pick up the trail again. +2% doom. You discover a giant plush toy half buried in a ditch. Feeling uneasy, you take a step back, but it's already too late. Let's see, can I kill it immediately? Faster combat actions. Campsite. You discover an old campsite located on the edge of a small clearing. The tent has been knocked down, food and utensils have been scattered everywhere. Luck check success. The sleeping bag has been torn to shreds. You find a wallet nearby. There's no ID card inside, but you're sure the absence of cash is the least of the missing owner's problems. +2 funds. The dirt road you've been following suddenly ends. You have to go back. Overgrown Mansion 1. Finally, after what felt like hours of following the dirt road, you find the old mansion. It's completely overgrown with plants you've never seen before. In front of the mansion, there's the gardening company minivan filled with boxes. Slowly, you enter the building with caution. You stand in the middle of the room when suddenly the floor gives way and you fall down to the basement. Falling through the hole in the floor, you find yourself in an overgrown basement. In the corner lies a man you recognize. It's Shiro-san, the missing gardener. You must help him escape this cursed place. Shiro, what's that? The top of Shiro-san's head flies off, revealing his brain. Out of it bursts the fruiting body of the fungus. Oh, I'm done for. There's no special runaway. That encounter was the final straw. Your mind is snapped and you've been locked up in an asylum. It would be comforting to accept that you were insane, that no old god is awakening to devour humanity. But the drugs haven't made these horrors disappear. $49. Not bad. Alright, we're back. Now, let's try again. First, let's look at ending and the achievements. Blooded Nails, win your 6th playthrough. Unfortunate accident on both baseball bats. Spore infector, defeat Kinoko gather without any weapon. Intrusive thoughts, forget 5 spells in one playthrough. Visual lust, defeat a human enemy in one combat round. Do something when you're 7th playthrough. Home run, complete a playthrough with Yumiko. Dude, complete all achievements. Box cutter. Real nightmare. Encounter 3 dream enemies in 1 playthrough. Wonder what that means, break the blade. Mysterious myth of Medusa metamorphosis. Alright, we gotta roll that one. Restless rumors of a residential recluse. Oh, here we go. Nightmare news of the noisy nails. Alright, this time we'll play with the more OP character.
Ohayo.
She straight up starts with a shotgun. Her dexterity is not that good, but you can level up her dexterity very, very fast. And then as well, if you pick up the CQC perk, she becomes one of the strongest melee weapon users in the game. Because of the shotgun. Itotu, the devouring fire. This supposed cause of destruction of the Library of Alexandria, a perfect black marble statue, has been recently discovered and is currently awaiting in the Museum of Ooh for its long-awaited premiere. Old gods rule. Both you and your enemies deal extra damage. Found a new item, old shotgun. And you start out with 2 shells. Oh, well, there's that one again, but we're not re-rolling the other ones I want. Man, all of these I've already done. Oh yeah, I should have to hold it. Okay, options. Unlock while playing. What the fuck? World of Horror Extended D. Wearing right up a... Okay, okay, so... So for the other 3 mysteries, how the fuck do I get those then? Okay, so the game says to win my 6th playthrough, and considering that I've unlocked maybe, I don't know, like 5 different new backstories. 3, 4, 5. I've probably beaten this game at least like 9 times. I've won like maybe 9 rounds at least. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, did I change the one where the order doesn't? Okay. So then we're just doing, yeah, we're just doing straight up mysteries. Eerie episode of Evolving Eels. While returning to your home, someone suddenly bumps into you. Did you know? You turn around. It's your friend living in the same apartment complex, Kana. That weird dude is back. You know, the one who studies fish. You shrug, opening the door. Kana follows and immediately enters the kitchen. A while later, they return with 2 cans of soda. Aren't you curious? What weird fish did that guy bring this time? They grin. First, I just kind of want to point out, I think Kana has been non-binary from the very beginning, but through 2 different updates, they've actually they've actually given Kana each a scenario with each gender pronoun. It's very subtle, but for some reason it just sticks out. I saw the creepy neighbor guy carry some jars inside his apartment. I wonder, what weird fish do you find this time? Will you check it out? He'll surely recognize me if I try to do it myself. Please? Alright, we'll investigate the apartments. Weird bathtub. You return home to freshen up. When you enter your bathroom, however, you discover that your shower is missing. In its place is an old clawfoot tub. The whole thing feels surreal, but you take a step towards it, wondering how this is possible. Luck check failure. The water in the bathtub suddenly gets murky and dark. Are you bathing in blood? -2 reason. Dude's working at school, right? We could break into his office. What do you mean we shouldn't? It must be empty because he just came back and his classes begin next week. I don't think so, Kana. That's a bad idea. Crime scene. Stop. This is a crime scene. You are halted by a sweaty police officer. Behind him, 2 other policemen are packing something into black bags. Focus on the officers. Perception check success. You notice something weird. Every officer has a tiny tattoo on their neck. Who are they, and what are they really doing here? +10 experience. You may be going crazy, but you swear something is watching you from the sea. Scorching sun. A heat wave continues with record-breaking temperatures. Continuing your investigation takes more and more effort. -2 stamina. That sucks. The neighbor's office at school is empty. You do find a few jars, all filled with weird eel-like fish. Despite your protest, Kana decides to take one jar home. Have you ever seen an eel like this? It's so freaky. Did you have a feeling it's watching us? How can they calmly sip their soda, just staring at this creepy creature? Pillar of Flame. A sudden blast of heat grabs your attention. An older man standing next to you screams in pain as he's engulfed in fire from seemingly nowhere. As other people start to panic and help the burn victim, you spot a hooded woman standing in the distance. When she sees you, she starts to run. You can't shake the feeling that you were the target of this supernatural attack. Dexterity check failure. The hooded woman disappears behind a corner, and when you get there, she's gone, already mixed in with a crowd. They failed to stop you today, but you're sure they'll try again and again. Plus 2% doom. I've seen him burning some notes behind our apartment building. Let's go check it out. Is this evil even alive? I wonder, like, are we carrying the little jar with us in this mystery? Like at this point in time, vending machine. Wandering through an empty corridor, you find an old vending machine. You don't recognize the brands of soda inside, but you could really use a drink. The taste seems a little odd, but you enjoy the drink anyway. -1 fund. Kana was right. Someone tried to burn some papers. They must have been in a hurry because some of the papers look salvageable. You both return to your apartment and try to decipher the notes. That's so weird. Your neighbor was really into eels, it seems. You begin to wonder if spying on your neighbor was a good idea to begin with. Kind donation. You find an envelope lying on your pillow in your bedroom. Inside is cash and a note from someone who has been watching you. They wish you luck in your task and promise to meet you soon. Just how did this envelope end up in your bedroom? +2 funds, -1 reason. Hello. There must be something more we can learn. I'll try to break into his apartment tomorrow morning. I wonder what he's hiding in there. You shrug noncommittally. You just wish you could throw this damn jar into the trash. Daily catch. You walk on the beach when you notice a group of men disembarking from a boat. The fishermen have sun-baked and wind-dried skin, resembling more mummies than you've seen in a museum than humans. Hey you! One of them screams, waving at you. Give us a hand, will ya? They point at the giant wet burlap sack in the back of the boat. Strength check failure. You nod and get closer. The burlap sack smells horrible, making you gag. You slip on the wet rock, and the rotten fish spill onto you. -1 stamina and reason. Thinking about how stupid it is of Kana to try and break into your neighbor's apartment, you go to sleep. You spend an entire day waiting for Kana. Where the hell are they? School kitchen. You enter the kitchen. Even though it's abandoned and the lights are off, something is cooking in a large pot. You don't like the smell of it. We look for a first aid kit. Knowledge check success. You find the first aid kit next to the storage cabinet. You quickly bandage yourself up and leave the kitchen. +2 stamina. Hana has been missing since yesterday. You decide to check out the neighbor's apartment yourself. You cautiously enter your neighbor's kitchen. You are shocked to see countless jars filled with eels flailing around restlessly. You finally find Kana. I found the neighbor, but when his eye burst, I slipped on the blood and lost consciousness. I'm afraid there's something in my own eye now, too. We must puncture their eye now. Hold still. And then we just stick the fucking needle like right over here. Shocked, you see countless tiny eels crawling out of your friend's eye in all directions. Will Kana even survive the blood loss? Ophthalmology 1. You rush to the hospital with Kana, getting a lot of attention from horrified people. Your friend is taken immediately to the operating theater and you collapse on a chair in the waiting area. Wake up, dude. You've been sleeping for over 3 hours. You groggily open your eyes to see your friend. Kana is wearing an eye patch. Not so pretty anymore, huh? Didn't exactly tell the doctors the truth about what happened, and I'm pretty sure I won't be winking with my left eye anytime soon. But thank you for saving my life. You're still processing the events of the previous night. Corpse-eating eels that lay eggs in their eyes. Sitting with your friend Kana before your apartment building, you watch the police officers emptying out your neighbor's place. Eerie episode of Evolving Eels, ending A. We get 30 experience, plus 15, minus 3 doom. We get reason stamina. We love eggs and eyes. It's the best. Eggs and eyes is the best breakfast ever. The old god stirs. Fetid fumes. The air feels heavy, making it hard to breathe. But in reality, your rest action is less effective. Not that I used the rest action to begin with, so it's almost like a freebie. Wow, that's good. Like, alright, just a little like peek into the behind the scenes. I kind of have like 3 instances of World of Horror going at the same time. The window itself, the preview, and I have it projected onto my second monitor. And so while I have it in window mode, it still corresponds all like this, right? So it's like, it feels natural to move my mouse all around here, like just so comfortably. Up until like I make a mistake and I wind up going off the edge. But I haven't really needed to look over to my primary for almost the entirety of playing this right now. And because of because I have it projected right here on my second screen, I'm actually doing display capture here. So it looks like this centered letterbox type of thing. Because originally I had a problem where I just had this big this big black void of nothing at the very top right here. Like there was just nothing. But at least the shit is centered. I'm just talking about my comfort, man. Alright, so the order doesn't matter, meaning it's not going to tell me what ones, so... I'm just making note that the human brain works in weird ways, dude. This could have been a DS game by the looks of the window placement. Yeah, like one that you're required to like turn to the side and like kind of do like a notebook thing. Horrible history of household hell. There are many old mansions around this town. Ooh Manor is one of them. Supposedly haunted by a family of 4 who disappeared without a trace one summer. But is it the only tragic event that took place there? Friends you've talked with are not sure where the mansion itself is located. You have to find the mansion first. A trip to the library may shed some light on it. And building history, so investigate Seaside first. Walking on the beach, you discover a giant charred pit. As you wonder what was burned here and why, you hear a crackling sound getting louder as everything around you becomes scorching hot. It's a specter! Okay, we can take some damage from him for now. Sever their ties to our world with a shotgun. Somehow. What's that? Corpse dust. Plus 20 experience, minus 2 luck. It shimmers in your hand. I think I'll sell this. It works in Doom and the Evil Dead should work here. It should, but I'm not one to try. Hidden cults. Dark forces scheme against you. You don't know who you can trust anymore. Plus curse. You've learned the cliff the mansion was built on is famous for its extensive cave system. You've decided to rent some books that might help you. An article covers a group of scientists from Tokyo. They were exploring and mapping a weird cave formations found in the cliffs. The search of the missing team of scientists continues. The only clue so far is a code written on the cavern wall, 430 hertz. Oops. Well, there's an instance of like forgetting that my second monitor isn't actually my limit here. Yeah, radio signal. Architect's General. One house owner, however, decided to make use of the cave tunnel. It's a natural concert hall, he claims. Hearing footsteps behind you, you realize you aren't the only student here. A girl wearing a demon's mask starts giggling as she gets closer. Alright, should we just fucking open fire on a child? No, we'll just melee. Ah, perfect. Get wrecked, child. You found an item. Box cutter. Broken. Now this is a new item. It looks like it'll break very easily. Does 3, one-handed sharp, sharp yet fragile. New achievement? Well, alright. I like achievement hunting in this game anyway. It's our second mystery. We can afford to shop for stuff, right? We got money. Do I want to visit the dog or the weird lady? So fucking awesome. I love that they kept this in. Energy drink, backpack. No, I'll get the backpack. Whoa, this music is different too. Mask Festival. Oh, we've read this one. As you glance around, you notice that more and more people are wearing strange masks, unlike anything you've ever seen before. As you turn to your friends for reassurance, you notice that some also wear these eerie masks. Their voices sound muffled and distorted, and you can't shake off the feeling that they're not quite themselves. The hair on the back of your neck stand on end, and you realize something is terribly, terribly wrong. This can't be healthy. What are they protecting themselves against? You take a deep breath and the air around you feels heavy as if it's thick with an invisible poison. You cough and your eyes begin to water. The world around you is not as safe as you once thought. -2 stamina. Alright, let's level up. +1 charisma. Regain 2 stamina at the end of each mystery. Ooh, health or experience at the end of a mystery. I have a tendency to get hurt a lot, so let's go with health. My health and sanity is fine, so dexterity. Even though this is a perception weapon, but with dexterity, you can actually get faster, eventually faster combat actions. Air Force. The military exercise makes you feel safer, but are guns enough to stop the unspeakable horrors lurking out there? +4% doom, +2 reason. You make it through the window. This is the abandoned mansion your friends have talked about. Let's explore it. Yeah, and I forgot to read up the rest of these, my bad. Tower window. The round window of the Crooked Manor Tower is calling you. You feel your strength drain away as you stare at the bright light. Get lost in the light. The blinding light is growing larger and larger. To your shock, you can't feel the ground under your feet. You prepare yourself for whatever is coming. +1 reason. Where are you? Lost in time and space, you drift in nothingness until something pulls you towards the light. Boreal expanse. The temperature abruptly drops and you shudder in the icy cold. You find yourself in the middle of a snowy wasteland. A sudden gust flings you to your knees. You inhale deeply, feeling your chest tighten and ache. Your fingers and ears are already numb and freezing. You have to move. Alright, chat, what would you do in this situation? Are you going to check the icy coast, or do you move towards a pyramid? Pyramid? Alright, who else checks the pyramid? Who else checks the coast? Strength check success. The frozen guard corpses standing on eternal guard duty find you worthy. The usurper king kindly decides to share his forbidden knowledge with you. +30 experience, -3 reason. Masochistic. Curse. Mental. Regain 1 reason at the start of each enemy encounter, -2 max reason. You know what? This is actually okay. I like this. Like you're capped at a lower reason, but you get 1 at the start of every fight. I like that. That is balance for you. Frostbite. -2 strength. Damn it. Crap. Okay, so we gotta wait till the next mystery. You heard a weird noise coming from the locked study. You must find a key. Pillar of Doom. The whole building begins to shake as you enter the room. Suddenly a stone pillar bursts through the floor where you stood just seconds ago. Noticing the arcane symbols painted on the stone, you take a step closer. Normally, yeah, everyone would retreat from the room. Anyone with a brain. Alright, let's touch it. Dexterity check success. When your fingers touch the stone, the symbols disappear. That's a good thing, right? Plus 10 experience. Oh shit, I don't have a flashlight. Oh no. Crap. Reading room. It looks like one of the previous owners of this mansion liked to read. Dusty tomes reach the ceiling. You don't have much time, but maybe you could spare a minute to look through the books? I'll start with the shelves. Perception check failure. The books are covered with a thick layer of dust. They seem rare, but cover mundane topics such as botany and anatomy. In the middle of a room, you see a man tied to a chair. You rush in to help. When you remove his gag, though, the man starts shouting curses and ancient prophecies. You fall onto the floor, your mind flooded with unspeakable images as the man slowly stands up, completely ignoring the chair he was seemingly tied to. You can't help but smile. Plus 1 reason. You raise your old shotgun. Don't come any closer! Alright, let's just open fire. Let's just pepper his bitch ass real fast. Because we have a 70% chance to hit him, but we'll get ringing ears because, you know, it is a very loud weapon, and we are inside a house. So 16 plus 3 plus 3 for 22 possibly. Now let's hope I don't miss. Clean sweep. Ringing ears. Curse. Mental. All combat actions are slower until the end of the current mystery. So basically, like, I've gone technically deaf in one ear. Like, oh fuck. And now, yeah. Except now it like fucks with your balance for a little while. What's that? Pick it up. Curious statuette. +1 knowledge while held in inventory. coming exhibition. The museum started hanging up posters promoting the Greek art exhibition, unaware of the danger. The opening night may prove to be the last night for us all. Itoto is coming, and now you know the date. Plus 3% Doom, plus 10 experience. Study room. You aren't sure what to expect. The sturdy door to the study opens with a creak. The dark, dusty room is empty, but something feels wrong. A faint draft, perhaps? You move the rotten carpet aside to reveal a secret passageway cut directly into the cliff rock. Oh, explore some more? Following a strange song, you discover a hidden passage that leads you to an underground chamber connected to the sea. You can't find the source of the sounds, but then it hits you. The acoustics of this place makes the waves sound like the most beautiful serenade. Mesmerized, you step closer to the stone altar at the end of the room. You try to explore the dark corridors, but it's too dark. Only you had some source of light. Yeah, which I should have done beforehand. Like, I should have sacrificed like a little extra Doom to get the backpack and the shotgun. Or, I mean, not the shotgun, and the flashlight. Unholy chants coming from the caves connected to the mansion must have driven the family insane. With no connection to the outside world, they fed on what they had. Themselves. However, this doesn't explain the fresh corpses and wet tracks around the altar. Horrible history of household hell ending C. Plus 45 experience, minus 3% doom. We get a stamina and reason. Yeah, and we get 2 stamina. And we level up. No, doom is the threat level of when the old god approaches. The old god stirs. Cut off from the outside world. The whole town stopped receiving any outside signal. It must be the radio mast failure. Inside your mailbox, you find a small key. What's it doing in here? And so here, the old god was supposedly the cause of the fire that burned the Library of Alexandria. And so certain actions that bring about doom, it's all meant to hasten their arrival into the human world, where they will then just take over because it's too late. And so each old god has a different rule for a playthrough. So with this one, increased combat damage, this goes both ways, meaning that I do more damage, but they also do more damage to me. Like, our defense is still the same. We just have we both get offense buff. So when it means like everyone is stronger, everyone. So like you and everyone else. And so when this reaches 100%, obviously game over, as well as if you game over via losing all your stamina or your sanity. Is it random which comes? No, you can make it random, or you can pick the old god yourself. It's all just a matter of It can be either a personal preference or just a variation. Let's see, leadership, that's not gonna help because I don't take on any followers ever. Cult science, small XP for casting spells, I don't do that. Additional damage against ghosts and eldritch enemies. I do fight a lot of ghosts. And then we'll bring up our dexterity. So with just two mysteries and 2 levels, our dexterity went from 4 to 6, and now we actually look like a balanced character. So the second one that we did was Household Hell. I have to remember that for the tower. Because that's the second one we did. And later on there's a part in the tower that asks you what was the second mystery that you did. And then another one is what was the second enemy that you fought through the entire game. So you have to make mental note of a bunch of shit. It's multiple choice though, so at least you have a chance to like guess it. Now this one's creepy as shit. I like this one. Worrying write-up of a wordless ward. You've got a call from your classmate's mother. With a teary voice, she told you your friend had a nasty accident and is currently awaiting an important surgery. They asked her to call you and request you spend a few nights with them. That's weird. You haven't exactly had the closest relationship lately, but you agreed to visit your friend starting tonight. The first night. Your classmate is at the hospital awaiting the surgery. Go and visit them tonight. Rest. No, we'll go shopping first. Sewing kit. What? Oh, having to remember your second enemy? Yeah. But you have a good shot at guessing it because sometimes like the game will give you like repeats of enemies. So at least you have a 1 in 4 shot of like remembering, quote unquote remembering. Let's see, 1 knowledge. Flash combat action adds a chance to dodge the incoming attack. Compass. Alright, I'll restock one more time. Come on, give me a flashlight. Shit. Deals 8 damage to ghost type enemies. Dog treats. While in inventory, all items in the shop are cheaper by 1. I'll go with the sewing kit. You wait patiently in the reception area. Where could your classmate be? You don't like the nurse's weird smile. Patient waiting for a special surgery? Take the elevator in the corridor. I don't really see anything weird about her smile, but, you know. Bad feeling. Despite your best efforts, you feel like the neighborhood is starting to change. Location's threat level increases. Upper floor is eerily silent in comparison. The patients here are getting restless. What's wrong with this place? Your friend is lying on the bed, still sleeping after the surgery. Their face is almost completely covered in bandages. You sit on what must be the most uncomfortable chair in the world, thinking how pointless it is to wait here. Having nothing else to do, you decide to go and buy something to drink from the vending machine. Vital clue. The investigation is taking a toll on you. You start to miss the most obvious leads. Plus 4% doom. The second night. The next day passes without any incident, and before you know it, another evening has come. With an increasing reluctance, you head towards the hospital. Sleeping nurse. You enter the hospital looking for information about a certain patient. The main corridor is dark and strangely empty. You spot a nurse at the registration booth. She's asleep from exhaustion. Sneak past her. Let her sleep. Set trash can on fire. Yeah, she does look... Yeah, she looks more nervous and having like a weird smile. Dexterity check failure. You've managed to sneak past her. Unfortunately, the old cabinet squeaks loudly, waking the nurse. You're thrown out of the hospital. -1 reason. Your friend woke up earlier today. You spent some time talking about school and recent events, but still can't shake the feeling about something seems off about them. Finally, they go to sleep. You decide to take a walk to stretch your legs. Metro ride. The only metro line in your town connects to the university and science complex. You could take a ride to gain some time, but you've got a feeling something is wrong. Where are all the people? Luck check failure. Something is clearly wrong. There are no lights inside the metro car, and all you can see are countless handprints pressed onto the windows. -2 reason. The third night. The next day on your way home, you are stopped by your friend's mother. She hands you a package for her child. You promise to hand it over tonight. You shouldn't open it now. What could be inside? Therapy. You're stopped by a masked man wearing a lab coat. He introduces himself as a researcher from Tokyo University, testing a new treatment method that promises to revolutionize modern medicine. Holding out a pile of documents, he tells you he can heal your wounds for free. You just need to sign here. Well, if you can cure this frostbite... Fuck. Luck check failure. Later, you wake up in the abandoned surgical ward within the old part of the hospital with a nasty new wound. The doctor is nowhere to be seen. Plus injury. Fractured ribs, -1 dexterity. It's okay. It's fine. Hey, your mom asked me to bring you this package, you say, handing over the parcel. When asked what's inside, they just stare at you. You stumble upon a nurse trying to open the door to the intensive care unit, constantly mumbling something. When she turns around, her face makes you scream in horror. Oh god! Yeah, that would do it. That would make a man scream. Yeah, unlucky. I'm just not lucky right now. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Moriko has never really had like the best of luck. See. 5, 10. We can do at least 13. Yeah! The fourth night. The next day passes without any incident, and before you know it, another evening has come. With an increasing reluctance, you head towards the hospital. Alright, let's go to the doctor. We'll steal some painkiller. Stable condition, discard, nothing happens. Discharge summary, discard, plus 20 experience. Alright, so we got lucky there. Casted. Walking through the hospital corridor, you are stopped by an older man with a cast on his leg. Could you help me go down these stairs? Dexterity check failure. You toss the poor son of a bitch down a flight of stairs. You struggle to help the man, but you both fall down the stairs. The man's cast breaks and you scream. Underneath the cast, there's a seething sore frothing with green bubbles. The man smiles, his smile way too wide for his face. -2 stamina. Your friend keeps staring at you. Did I tell you you're really beautiful? They ask, twisting their lips in their swollen lips in a smile. Don't go yet. Pillar of flame. A sudden blast of heat grabs your attention. An older man sitting next to you screams in pain as he's engulfed in fire from seemingly nowhere. As other people start to panic and help the burn victim, you spot a hooded woman standing in the distance. When she sees you, she starts to run. You can't shake off the feeling that you were the target of this supernatural attack. Dexterity check. Failure. The hooded woman disappears behind a corner, and when you get there, she's gone, already mixed in with a crowd. They failed to stop you today, but you're sure they'll try again and again. Plus 2% doom. The fifth night. Elevator ride. While taking an elevator, you get a terrible feeling as if something bad is about to happen. The elevator doors open. You brace yourself. Luck check success. Elevator doors open, revealing a hospital corridor. Yeah, but check out this little guy over here. What's going on over here? Who's this? Who's this looking at us? Who's this pretty guy? I want to know. The final phase of my surgery is tomorrow. I just can't wait to show you the results. You can't help but shudder thinking about the final day. And this is where it gets fucking weird. Walking through the hospital corridor, you hear disgusting slurping sounds from a closet. A bloodsucker. It's a vampire. There's an item you can actually buy too. You can buy a mummified heart, and you could just kill. You can kill vampires with one shot just by using it. So it's a good like emergency I win for when you're like low on stamina. The final night. This is it. Finally, it's the last night you have to spend with them. You wait patiently in the reception area. Suddenly, all the lights in the hospital go out. With a bad feeling in your gut, you decide to check on your friend one last time and get the hell out of here. You are shocked to find an empty bed. The parcel you delivered lies unwrapped on the nightstand. Ignoring the faint footsteps from the corridor, you take a peek. Inside there's a torn price tag for a butcher's knife. The footsteps are getting louder. You like what I did with my face? I've always admired you, you know. Even when you acted like you didn't know me at all. I think the result is perfect. Too perfect, in fact, for two people to share the same face. Your friend raises the butcher knife you involuntarily brought. Hunter's daughter. So we still don't know exactly who this is, but we know that they got surgery just to look like us. And then there's two ways we can go about this. We can run. This is too much, and we special escape here. Special run. Or we fight her. I always choose to fight her. Because if you run, bad shit happens to you. And it turns out that you're the one that got surgery. Spoilers. But I'm not about to just, you know, lose out on a B on an A rate on an A ending. Ow, this sucks. You defeated Hunter's daughter. The person who tried to steal your life now lies on the hospital floor dead. Maddened, you keep smashing their face in until only a gory mess remains. When you come back to your senses, you stumble out of the hospital room and into the dark corridor. The doors to other rooms slowly begin to open, and you're reminded about what the crazed friend told the other patients about you. Wait, what? The doors to the other rooms slowly begin to open, and you are reminded about what the crazed friend told the other patients about you. Out of every room stretches the bandaged head of a patient, their bruised faces eerily similar. They all want to meet you. Rewards for solving this mystery, and it doesn't tell you which one you get. Plus 30 experience, minus 3% doom, plus 1 reason stamina, plus 2 stamina. Arcane Storm. Local scientists are baffled. An unprecedented aurora-like event has bathed the entire town in an unnatural green glow. Mailbox, there's a key. Extra damage against human enemies. We haven't fought any for quite some time. I don't think we're due for any. Plus 1 dexterity. There's always a way out from a seemingly hopeless situation. I can either do plus 1 luck or dexterity. I'm gonna do dexterity. Alright, now what's next? Oh, this is an easy one. Freaky feature of found footage. 3 students disappeared in the process of making a documentary about local folklore and legends of the nearby forest. Now, on the first anniversary of their disappearance, a suspicious man has started asking questions. He totally does not have blue hair and does not wear a brown hoodie. He claims to be a private investigator hired by the parents of the students. Except the parents of your friends didn't hire him. Who is he? And what did the students discover out there? Three students disappeared in the process of making a documentary about the local folklore. Maybe you'll find a clue about their last known whereabouts in the school's newspaper. Investigate the mansion twice. Cadaver Theater. Corpses are strung up on wire like macabre marionettes with painted smiles and rosy cheeks. Bad feeling. Despite your best efforts, you feel like the neighborhood is starting to change. Location threat level increases. Witch story. The legends say the witch was burned alive for kidnapping and murdering 2 children. It points you in a specific direction, potentially saving you some time. Old newspapers. With the trail growing cold, it might be time for a different approach. Could a similar case have occurred in the past? A trip to the library might be a good idea. Knowledge check failure. It was a complete waste of time. You spent the whole day reading about cute dogs, giant vegetables, and the occasional accident. You find nothing related to the case at hand. Plus 5% doom. Dream Man. In the morning, you usually only remember glimpses of your dreams. You know 2 things. First, they're always both terrifying and inescapable. Second, the man from your nightmares is standing on the other side of the street looking for you. Confront the man. Perception check success. Getting closer, you decide the man doesn't really remind you of the person from your nightmares. You feel good about confronting your fears. Confidence. You gotta have confidence, and you'll never be scared. Everyone in the village is unsettlingly friendly. An old farmer points you to an old stone. The missing group supposedly started their forest trip there. No lies were told on this day. Hell no. Itadakimasu. Feeling hungry, you've entered a small local restaurant and ordered the daily special made with today's catch. Just where the hell did those fishermen go? No way you're gonna eat that. 1 bite won't hurt. Strength check success. Feeling the eyes of the restaurant's guests on your back, you take a small bite of the smelly seafood. It's surprisingly good, but you kindly refused another serving. Plus 5% experience? Or plus 5 experience, plus 1 stamina. Yay! Looking back one last time, you continue deeper into the woods. You have a forest watcher. You have a feeling you're being watched, and when you hear a branch snapping, you quickly turn around. There is someone standing in the trees just a few meters away. Confront the person. Luck check success. It's just a creepy scarecrow. Relieved, you decide to leave the area just in case. Smart. Small shrine. Following a trail of rotten fruit, you stumble on a small forest shrine. It's probably dedicated to some local spirit. The small statue looks alien and menacing. Destroy the shrine. Luck check failure. You topple the evil-looking statue. Nothing seems to happen, but you have a terrible feeling about it. Plus 5% doom. Damn it! I only got like 31% left to play with. It's dangerous here. Your reason penalty increased. Aw. Hunting party. Hearing some rustling behind a bush, you decide to hide behind a tree. There you spot 3 men, each armed with a rifle. They're obviously looking for something or someone. Charisma check failure. You walk from behind a tree and wave. Suddenly you hear a bang and feel an impact on your shoulder, which quickly turns into intense pain. Damn, that's not him. You hear the scream of one of the men before everything gets dark. When you open your eyes, you find yourself next to a road leading to the forest. Your wound is bandaged, but you fear it's not enough. -2 stamina plus status. When taking stamina damage in combat, replace hasty aid with a new random injury. Damn. Site of the ritual. The rumored witch house seems empty. In the basement, however, you find a camera pointed at the large hole in the ground. On the table next to the camera, you see 3 cassettes, each titled after one of the missing friends. Then you hear a curious sound coming from the hole. Nah, not exactly. It was more like they were obviously like looking for a person, and so, you know, they just see something literally person shaped come out, and there's like boom, real quick. Oh fuck, my bad. Oh shit. So it's not like they make you say sorry for getting shot. You know what I mean? We'll just take the cassettes and run. Not being able to deal with it, you decide to grab the tapes and run. You wander aimlessly through the woods for a few hours until you are found by a search party. You lead them to the house, but the door to the basement is missing. The case remains open. Freaky feature of found footage ending C. Reward for solving this mystery. I, the forest is restless. Knowledge is key. Plus 30 experience. Plus 15 experience. Minus 3% doom. Plus 1 reason and stamina. Plus 1 day. Plus 2 stamina. Freaky flood. Did the water level suddenly increase, or is our city slowly sinking? Alright, we got our 4th key. Seemingly broken, but maybe you can find a way to repair them. Be careful not to overdose on these. I've never actually managed to find more than one painkiller in a playthrough anyway. Alright, now our final mystery. Bizarre brute of the blood-curdling botanist. Your neighbor asks you to help. Her husband Shito-san has gone missing. She's worried it might be connected with the new fertilizer he ordered from Tokyo. Where is he? And why would he need so much fertilizer? You've got the business card of a gardening company where the missing man was working. Maybe some of his colleagues could tell you something useful. Alright, let's see. Now let's check out the school. There was a hole here. Hearing an eerie sound come from behind the door, you decide to check it out. At first glance, the abandoned classroom seems empty. Once your eyes get used to the darkness, you discover an unusual sigil drawn on the floor. Judging by the smoke, someone put out the candles the moment you entered. We pick up the book. You recognize the sticker on the book. It came from the local library. Plus item. Minus 3% doom. Let's use it now. Let's go to the occult shop. Oh god, that is not funny at all. This is not funny at all. What the fuck? First, folklore plus equip +1 stamina or reason at the beginning of a combat encounter. Fuck all of that. I don't even have enough money, so I just wasted doom. Shit. Alright, let's level up really fast. Deft handling. Firearm melee attacks are 20% faster. Fuck yeah, give me that shit. And then we'll raise our perception by 1. It's getting dark as you arrive at the cemetery, and shadows move in fantastic and unaccountable ways between the tombstones. Finding the right grave may prove to be a challenge, especially when you feel someone's gaze on your back. Continue looking, run in terror, confront the stranger. Continue looking. Perception check failure. You can't seem to find the right tombstone and waste a lot of time before finally admitting defeat. Why does that sound familiar? Why does that sound like a reference to another game that I played? Or an experience that I had? You hear a faint sound while walking outside the biology classroom. Inside is an old anatomy model, its heart beating. The sight almost makes you sick. Almost. A new yet undefined species of cordyceps fungus has been observed to infect rats, taking over their bodies. Could have been the same effect with other mammals. Shida-san has always been a weirdo, but he's always good at what he does. Last month he ordered a pack of experimental fungicide from Tokyo. I think I've seen the dispatch order with an address somewhere, the old man says. Let me move this dirt and I'll look for it. Suddenly, an empty bottle smashes on the wall behind you. You cover yourself from the glass fragments and notice a masked assailant holding a baseball bat. Alright, bitch, you want you want 108 pellets to the face? Or do you want one butt stock? Do you want one gun butt? Chance to hit 120%. We are guaranteed. We are guaranteed. It just royally fuck her day up. 5, 10, 15, 20. We can go for 20% just immediately, right off the fucking bat. 14, 7, 14, 19. Wow. You defeated Ryder, plus 12 plus 12 experience. It's a prescription. Where could you fill a prescription like this? It's for an expensive pharmacy drug. Okay, I can't sell that. +1. This would give me +1. Fill the prescription cost 4 funds. Now where would you find the girl who dropped it? Illegal den. We shot her and all she has is just a bruise. A good shiner. Illegal den. Entering the illegal den, you instantly recognize the girl who attacked you and dropped the prescription. You throw the expensive medicine on the table before getting closer. Is that the drug for my grandma? Her eyes light up. Thought it was gone forever. But why would you help me at all? You explain what's currently happening. One second. And we're back. I just noticed something. Let me move over here. Perfect. Yeah, I feel like right there. Awesome. Now let's get back to this. Well, the dispatch order is stained with a foul-smelling liquid. You think you can make out the address, at least parts of it. The house is somewhere in the nearby forest. Amateur priest. An old man stops you and invites you into his house. You follow reluctantly, only to be amazed by the number of dusty old sorcery books inside. I can teach you a thing or two about magic, he says. Don't worry about payment. I'm sure we'll work it out in the future. Luck check. Success! Among the nonsensical stories the man told you, you've caught one thing that could be the truth. Plus spell. Mind drain. combat offense. Deals 5 damage, regain 2 reason, minus 1 max reason. Oh, damn. Lost Forest. Entering the forest, exploring the forest is exhausting. It's getting dark, so you decide to get back to the main road. But where is that? Are you lost? Knowledge check failure. You seem to walk in circles, unable to leave the cursed forest. Hours later, a pair of hikers find you and help you. You're really embarrassed, but safe. This one. They're preparing for something. A sense of dread creeps over you as the massed people are swarming through the store, filling their carts with food and survival equipment. You notice the goods prices have already skyrocketed. You realize that you need to act fast if you want to have any chance of survival. Minus 2 funds. Following the ghastly music, you find yourself in a forest. The sound is getting closer. The dirt road looks promising, but it branches in 2 different directions. Which one is the correct one? This one? The hillside thicket. The trees overhead block the sunlight and you begin to feel gloomy. While wandering through the woods, you discover strange carvings on one of the trees, and, by the look of them, they were made recently. Could they be connected with the current mystery? Knowledge check failure. You can't tell what the strange symbols mean. Wandering aimlessly in this forest, it will take some time before you pick up the trail again. Center? Finally, after what felt like hours of following the dirt road, you find the old mansion. It's completely overgrown with plants you've never seen before. In front of the mansion, there's a guarding company minivan filled with boxes. Slowly, you enter the building with caution. You stand in the middle of the room when suddenly the floor gives way and you fall down to the basement. Falling through the floor, you find yourself in an overgrown basement. In the corner lies a man you recognize. It's Shiro-san, the missing gardener. You must help him escape this cursed place. Continue leading the injured man outside. You'll need to perform this action multiple times to leave the mansion. You defeated Shiro-san. Vines whip you, covering your exposed skin in deep lacerations. You cry in pain, dropping the body of Shiro-san. There's no way you'll be able to save him. With a heavy heart, you run, leaving the man you were supposed to protect behind. A bizarre brood of the blood-curdling botanist. Ending D. Rewards for solving this mystery. Plus 3 doom. Plus 30 experience. Plus 15% experience. Plus 15 experience. Minus 3% doom. Plus 1 reason stamina. Plus 2 stamina. So yeah, a lot of shit goes on with Moriko. School curfew. With more and more students going missing, the police have restricted the access to the school's building. Well, that's not going to matter because now we have all 5 keys that we need. Okay, so I fucked up. I should have helped him. Go to the lighthouse. Try to reason with her. Conspirant, delinquent girl. You were stopped by a girl wearing a dirty black school uniform. I'm sorry, but I can't let you go any further, she says, reaching for her bag. It's too late anyway. You instinctively take a step back when you notice a knife in her hand. You have to think fast. Not enough charisma. You try to talk her into allowing you to pass, but suddenly she raises the knife and slices across her own throat, nearly decapitating herself. You carefully step over her body. -2 reason. New Silent Hill game stream is up at the moment. If you want to take a pic, actual trailer drops in like 40 minutes. I'm down. 40 minutes, you say, right? All right, we're there. Mobile? What? Wait, so like they're doing a Silent Hill gacha or what? It's a Telltale mobile game? Oh, okay. I don't know, man. Easy pass, yeah. Well, then we'll pass on that then. Alright, wall of photos. You. Following the winding staircase, you are stopped. Wait a minute. Someone has been taking photos focused on you. The photos include the enemies you fought with. There's something wrong. You can't precisely say what. And then right here, select the second enemy you fought this run. The second enemy that you fought. Second enemy, you have to, this is a real fucking question for the end of the game when you get here. You have to remember this shit. And I'm pretty sure Young Witch was probably our second one. Because I remember saying something about opening fire on on a child. It could have been Burning Man. I don't remember Dawnless at all. I'm gonna say Young Witch. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was her. But the thing is like, like I couldn't remember if she, like which one of them really was my like the second enemy I fought. Out of 5 mysteries, across 5 mysteries that you have to remember, but like now this one I pretty much guessed because Burning Man is also an enemy we fought. Dawnless, I don't remember if we fought at all. We could have, but I don't remember. It doesn't sound like an enemy that we fought this run. And then Cultist Member is just way too way too vague because there's been multiple times that we fought Cultist Member. So that leaves me only to guess between Burning Man and Young Witch, and I just guessed right. Correct answer. You rip the photo. Underneath it is a tiny button. You press it and, with a buzz, the gate opens. Plus 10 experience. Climbing up the winding staircase, you are stopped by a masked man wearing an expensive suit. The rules have changed, kiddo, he says, taking off the jacket and mask. Nothing personal, really. My gun melee is faster than my hand melee. That's funny. Seven, 14, 19. Yeah, this is straight. Does straight up 20. All combat moves deal an extra 1 damage. Additional inventory slot. Faster offensive actions. Okay, now we're probably going to fail a strength check here. Trial of Blood, Electricity. Following the winding staircase, you are stopped by a metal gate. A tiny page nailed to the gate explains that that opening the gate will require you to grab 2 metal rods. Using your own body as a natural conductor, you will power up the gate. Not enough knowledge. You grab the rods, electricity flowing through your body and burning nerve endings. The pain is almost unbearable, but with a buzz, the gate opens. -3 stamina. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. It's locked, but you notice an electrical cable. It seems to connect the door to a hole inside the central pillar. If there's a switch inside, you'll have to risk getting cut by the numerous glass shards and knives. Not enough dexterity. You can feel the sharp glass ripping your flesh as you search for the switch. Finally, you grab a cable and you follow it with your bleeding fingers until you find the button. With a buzz, the gate opens. -3 stamina. With 96% doom, cutting it close. The dark clouds swirl around the lighthouse. Did you arrive too late? Oh my god, he has a hitbox. Bro, this book has a hitbox. No, I'm just playing. As the unnatural fog slowly lifts, you are relieved and collapse on the floor. The next day, everything feels like a bad dream. You've managed to stop the ritual awakening of the eldritch old god, but what's done is done. It will stir in its slumber again and again until those stars are right once more. Backstory: Fatalist. Oh, okay, so that's what I accidentally did. Summoned old god Itotu. Incoming doom 96%. I have no idea what any of this shit is. Additional actions manual, chosen timeline A. Wait, we unlocked 2 achievements? What other achievement did I unlock? Shift tab, it'll show you. It should. Defeat a human enemy in 1 combat round. Unlocks Blood Frenzy status. Oh, okay. And then, which one was... Flooded Nails, win your 6th playthrough, unlocks full card pack. Oh. Okay. Hail to the King. As Moriko defeat an enemy with a working chainsaw. Deal 10 damage with a single kick. How the fuck will I do that? Oh, here we go. Okay, so this one... Where was... We got one that we... Okay, so you get a base... Okay, so one new mystery they decided to throw in, and then the other 3 are right here in this one. Okay, so all I had to do is actually just win one. Alright, so we'll keep playing as Moriko because she gets fucking broken and can get, like, guaranteed. Solving mysteries reduces more doom, but you get more unique combat encounters. We'll do this one. Herald of the Shattered Court. The court has begun to organize its next magnificent ball. Everyone from Shiokawa is invited, and everyone will attend, willing or not. Court's calling. Completing a mystery triggers an additional Old God Stir status. Meaning instead of two, or instead of one event happening, it's two. So you have to deal with more bullshit involving the town being fucked up. Curious call. It is my pleasure to invite everyone to the most magnificent ball of your lives. And the last one. Every mystery an additional Old God Stir status. You've managed to run for them once, but the cult is tireless. Equip that. Make this June. Nothing in here. Inexplicable and morbid events, blah blah blah. Restless rumors of a residential recluse. Alright, I want all of them. Mysterious myth of Medusa metamorphosis. There's only one ending to that one? You know what? I'll deal with 2 out of 3. Let's see, come on. Alright, let's do this one then. While you don't get much normalcy in your life these days, today was supposed to be just that. You'd been planning to take today to de-stress before your next investigation. Instead, you awoke to find yourself trapped inside your own apartment. The walls have grown over the door and windows, leaving no exit. Looking through the peephole, you yell and call out to passing neighbors, but your cries fall on deaf ears. Who could have done this to you? More importantly, how are you going to get out of here? The windows are covered in a thick layer of drywall, leaving only shallow cavities. The front door isn't much better. But there must be some way out, right? There's nothing I can do here. Main room. Waste another day. Clogged drain. When you go to use the bathroom, you notice there's a clump of hair coming up the sink drain. You're certain that it's not yours. Luck check success. You tug the strand up out of the drain only to find a few coins tied to the end of the hair. You pocket the money and try not to think about it. What? You spend all of your time searching your apartment for a way out, but you're already getting exhausted. Wallpaper and paint have spread around the door's edges. No matter how hard you try, the door refuses to budge. The door was painted on, isn't it? We're actually in a fucking sanitarium. At least he can't get through either. The fuck is this? A bat? A stick? Could be a sword. But it's hard to tell. I just noticed that door on the right was open. Mystery meat. No access to the outside world means you only have so much food to eat. Deep in the back of your pantry, you discover a rusty can of meat. How long has this thing been here? Opening the can smells fine, but... do I really want to eat it? Because... does the case like pertain to us? No, I'll risk it because video game. Strength check success. It's not exactly a pleasant meal. Meat definitely shouldn't be this crunchy, but food is food. That means I'm probably dining on like fucking bits of rust. Your sleep schedule is starting to drift. The hours just seem to slip past you, and the day is over before you know it. There's a weird drawing stuck to your door. This is my house. You've run into bath. The investigation can wait. Hot bath is too inviting. You bathe happily, continue with newfound strength. +1 reason. You read all your books and watched all your VHS tapes 3 times over. God, you miss people. Your pantry is starting to run out of easy meals, and you don't have the energy to cook. You still change clothes every day, but is there any point if you're not going outside? What are you trying to say here, video game? You don't see anything of interest in the hallway today. Killing time. Sitting on the sofa, you find yourself repeatedly checking the time to get some grounding. When you go to eat, though, you realize the clock in the kitchen displays a different time, and your bedroom alarm clock is completely different from each of the others. They need a battery change, probably. You're sure there's some explanation? You shrug it off and get your food. You pretend you're not as nauseous when the clocks later show negative numbers, jumbled words, and nothing at all. You're running out of ways to keep yourself busy. The boredom makes you want to beat your head against a wall. Everything's starting to get dirtier too. What the fuck's happening to my vision? Just standing in here makes you lightheaded. The bed is too tempting, but you shouldn't stay long. You can't see outside anymore. Check behind desk. Something guides your hand. What is this? Toy. Bless. Use +1 curse removal. Aww. He's cute, and he removes a curse from you. You don't have the energy to keep searching. Kind donation. You find an envelope lying on a pillow in your bedroom. Inside is cash and a note from someone who has been watching you. They wish you luck in your task and promise to meet you soon. Just how did this how did this envelope end up in your bedroom? +2 funds, -1 reason. Your mind is hazy. It's all blurring together. You just want to sleep. The apartment cradles you gently in your sleep every night, keeping you warm within her ribcage. What were you doing again? You're beginning to doubt this door will ever open again. It's better that way. You don't have much of an appetite. Something guides your hand. What is this? I used to live here too. This was the only place that was... that was any good? Okay. All they could do was stay in, eat, and sleep. And when the food ran out, just sleep. When someone eventually came for my corpse, I had already made my way inside. You moved it. I can't tell I can't tell you how happy being with you has made me. Please don't worry. I will keep you safe. I promise. Waste another day. Next move. As you prepare a bath, you think about all the possible leads so far. You're very tired, so maybe ice cold water is a good idea. Failure. Your body clearly wasn't prepared for a cold bath and you could feel cold coming on. I don't like this. Now what the hell do I do? Approach the wall. Residential recluse. As you get closer, you notice thin cracks in the wall above the bed. Something dark, glistening red pulsates inside. The cracks move like lips, and the apartment whispers to you, "Just lay down." You hear wooden support beams creak as the walls flex, reaching toward you from all sides. And let me take care of you. Sacrifice the toy. The wall opens up even further, deeper. A girl lies curled up inside of the apartment's womb. Just want you to be safe here. What did I do? Why won't you just stay? Oh, roommate, what the fuck? This is... Whoa. Well, there's no way I can actually fight her, because she's a ghost. Please don't leave. Well, what happens if I decide to stay? What happens? Can I do that? Can't run from this encounter. Defeated roommate. An expression of agony overtakes the girl's face. Their hair gets tangled into the apartment's churning guts, and her flesh begins to melt apart. She arches her back in a voiceless scream until her pale body finally collapses in on itself. When you stumble out of the room, things seem to have returned to normal, and your door can open once again. Relieved, you take the chance to go out for a walk. Only a few hours later do you return to the bedroom and find a lump beneath your bed's covers. Peeling back the sheets reveals the toy that you had destroyed. The pieces held together with sections of pulsing flesh. Besides its body is a small note. I'll always keep you safe. Restless rumors of a residential recluse ending B. Fuck that. Alright? Contaminated water. There's something wrong with the tap water. It is black and oily and glistening, smelling like death. You hope it's just a temporary issue. Arcane storm. Local scientists are baffled. An unprecedented aurora-like event has bathed the entire town in an unnatural green glow. Alright, and we're back. There we go. Don't be alarmed, that's just the other neighbor. He likes to pop in and say hi every now and again. Alarmed! Silent Hill is dead. Welcome back. Thank you, Boss Sauce. Yeah, I guess, man, but I mean, like, what? The only thing we have right now, or the only thing we have to look forward to is, like, the Silent Hill 2 remake by Bloober Team, or whatever the fuck they're called, right? "18 hours, buddy. 6 more to go. Let's go." Inside your mailbox, you find a small key. Ah! Oh, God. New episodes will air daily for 6 months. Daily for 6 months? God. Like, are they really expecting people like to fucking follow a story or a follow or a choose your own adventure for 6 months? Oh my god. Okay, bro, just give me a Lisa Garland pachinko machine. Like, just give me that instead. I'll follow along on YouTube because you know someone will. Yeah, of course. Somebody's going to. Somebody's gonna want to know. Alright, here we go. Nightmare news of the noisy nails. Nightmare news of the noisy nails. The morbid killing spree continues as another body is found in the city's river. Every victim shares one common trait. Their finger and toenails are missing. They've been pried off. Why nails? Could the killer have a hidden motive? Are they sending a message? You must hurry up before they claim another victim. Alright, this one already makes me fucking cringe. Oh my god, this fucking thing in the corner. With no leads, a trip to the police station could be useful. Brent's cousin works there and she could help you. Time is of the essence, so you decide to take a shortcut through the abandoned building site. Macabre manicure. Gather gossip about the current mystery. Oh fuck, I can't do that. Because the way to gather gossip in this game is you have to have access to the schoolyard. And if you have, what is it? Okay, so like if you have the curfew town status, that means you're locked out of this. And if you don't have schoolyard as your picked locations, yeah, you're locked out of stuff like this. Because there's another mystery that involves you needing to gather gossip, and that's the scissor mystery, the tutorial one. No. Akamanto. But in any case, gruesome altar. Seeing the two chopped off heads, you can't help but wonder who's been preparing your food for the past week. What? Research occult notes. Knowledge check failure. Reading the ramblings of a madman has made you sick. -2 reason. Reluctantly, your friend's cousin gives you a photocopied file. You thank her and leave quickly. The school building seems like a safe place to study the file. Old newspapers. With the trail growing cold, it might be time for a different approach. With a similar case have occurred in the past, a trip to the library might be a good idea. Knowledge check success. Near closing time, you stumble upon a curious article on the last page of a local newspaper. You copy the author's name along with the address before getting ready to leave. Minus 3% Doom plus 10 experience. The victims of the serial killer seem to be chosen randomly. There's no obvious pattern in regard to age, sex, and education. You should continue your search in a hospital where the victims are. What the fuck? Investigate killer encounter? No. Can I just go the fuck home and retire from being a detective or some shit? Please? Always watching. You can't shake off the feeling that you are being watched. Minus 2 reason. You try to sneak into the mortuary, but the hospital staff is on high alert. You decide to wait here a bit. Maybe you'll manage to find a way in. Art therapy. As part of the therapy, some patients took part in art classes. Some of their work fills you with dread. Minus 2 reason. One of the mortuary technicians acts strangely. He has left the building and returned twice already. Each time he comes back, an ambulance with a new victim arrives. Alleyway encounter. You are stopped by a tall man wearing a dirty kabuki mask. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Give me your fingers. You hesitate, seeing something metallic in the man's hand. You extend your arm, and the masked man grabs your hand, studying it. Before you can protest, he takes a pair of pliers out of his pocket and rips out one of your nails. Why? But also minus 1 stamina. You notice that the man keeps his hospital key in a back pocket. If you could steal it, entering the hospital would be much easier. Green Man. In the morning, you usually only remember glimpses of your dreams. You know 2 things. First, they are always both terrifying and inescapable. Second, the man from your nightmares is standing on the other side of the street, looking for you. Confront the man. Perception check failure. Getting closer, you start panicking as the situation starts to resemble your nightmares. Finally, you reach the breaking point and run in fear. Minus 2 reason. Oh, I'm sorry. You excuse yourself after bumping into the man. He frowns and hurries away, not noticing you've managed to steal his hospital keys. Blood drive. Pale woman wearing a nurse outfit stops you. Today we're running a blood drive to help those in need. You look healthy. Would you be so kind and help the community? Luck check success. You feel like they took more blood than they should. You feel weak but fulfilled, knowing you are helping. -2 stamina, plus -3% doom. It's getting dark and the suspicious man has not returned yet. Now is your only chance to check the mortuary and learn about the serial killer's victims. Hospital corridor. Using the hospital key, you've managed to enter the mortuary floor unnoticed. The hospital floor is eerily quiet. You prepare your weapon, wondering what's going to happen next. The whole room has a pungent, irritating smell you can barely stand. All the dissection tables are empty and you're afraid to think of where the bodies are now. You must hurry up before the suspected killer comes back. The masked man jumps from behind the door and you barely dodge his blade. I can't let you leave this room. Are you going to become his last victim? Okay, so he attacks stamina. Awesome. Let's say we take a chance with 3-0 buckshot. Four, 8, and 10. I gotta be able to do something to him. Alright, I got a 50-50 shot that I'm gonna fucking take this dude down. Yes! When in doubt, fletch it out. Or however you're supposed to fucking, like, pronounce that shit. The fucking, like, the super spread or whatever from Fallout New Vegas. The dreaded Kabuki killer finally falls to the ground dead. You alert the hospital staff and soon the whole floor is swarming with police. After a brief interrogation, you're free to go. 2 questions still remain. What did the killer do with the nails of his victims, and who broke the mortuary's window and fled before the cops arrived? Rewards for solving this mystery. Knowledge is key. Plus 30 experience. There's still hope. -3% doom. Tireless, +1%, +1 reason stamina, and time passes 1 day. We got seriously fucked up, Captain. We need to rethink our strategies. Freaky flood. Did the water level suddenly increase, or is our city slowly sinking? Fetid fumes. The air feels heavy, making it hard to breathe. Nope, nothing in there. Oh, we've had a level up for quite a while. Okay. Additional inventory slot. You know what I just noticed? We have 2 keys. We're at -1 doom. I could re-roll these perks a good couple of times. Regain 1 stamina for all successful event skill checks. That's not gonna happen. Alright, re-roll. Yakuza card. 1 additional slot becomes available in all shops. Remove the illicit tag from all items. Inventory. Gain 1 fun for each defeated enemy. How do I have 8 money? How the hell do I have 8 money? What the fuck? Okay, so I'm not gonna be strapped for cash for quite a while. First aid. Defeating an enemy regains 2 reason. That would be awesome. Faster combat actions. Let's make ourselves a combat build. Improved resting at home. But isn't the water shitty? Faster combat would make life easier, but fuck it, I'll just re-roll them. Oh well, then we're getting first aid. Now for the tutorial, this is the very first one that you actually ever get to fucking play. If you were following this game originally. Spine-chilling story of school scissors. Another boy from your school has disappeared. Rumor has it a terrible woman has returned from the grave. A woman with the widest smile and the sharpest scissors. You knew your friend was up to something when he left you his notebook full of cryptic notes. I can send her back where she belongs, he claimed. After he too disappeared, you decided to study the notebook for clues. It details a ritual that claims to stop the wicked woman once and for all. What's the worst thing that could happen? The school is eerily quiet at this hour. Your missing friend has left you a notebook. If the rumors are true, to stop that tall woman with scissors, you'll need to perform a ritual to force her material form to appear in our dimension. Accomplishing this requires first the drawing of an eldritch sigil, and then the lighting of holy candles. You can only hope your friend has left them somewhere around the school. Alright, we have 9 cash. We are fucking rich. Yeah. 90%. Yeah, there we go. Now my reason's my reason's starting to look good, but my stamina is not. This sucks. Blessed chalk not found. Holy candles not found. You feel like something horrible is happening within the school. You must hurry and find those items. The trumpets of Shiakawa. Surely you can't be the only one who can hear the haunting melody. It can be felt resonating from within everything you touch. The court's ball is coming and you're not ready yet. Prepare yourself. You will make an excellent addition to the court. Plus 3% due. Something evil stalks the empty school corridors. You found an additional page from your friend's diary. It seems that the blessed chalk was left on the roof. You must hurry and find it. On the roof, you find you find the girl your friend was talking about. In one hand, she holds a bag. In the other, a bloody pair of scissors. Oh no. I can only hope I can just fucking one-shot her. Cool. Other pages seem irrelevant to the case. Hope they're okay. Mado is acting strange. Need to talk with her after class. I hope she didn't attempt the ritual herself. This sigil can weaken the demon for a while. Careful with the lines. I've hidden the candles in one of the classrooms. Tomorrow I will try to perform the ritual. That looks about right. Cheerleading routine. A group of students are practicing a cheerleading routine. Weird, you don't recognize the coach. Is he new? Thinking nothing of it, you continue on your way until you overhear something disturbing. Keep practicing. Every routine must be perfect for our ball's hosts. The sound of scissors is getting louder. You must hurry. Well, dang. The pool is empty at this hour. It's dark, but you could swear something suddenly moved under the surface of the water. Someone left their wallet in one of the open lockers, plus 2 funds. You found the holy candles in your friend's backpack. You lit them as instructed by the notebook. Everything is ready for the ritual. Yeah, this is where we die, though. You take a step back as a writhing amorphous mass slowly takes shape. Soon it becomes tall, woman-like creature with 3 faces, all connected by a wide smile. Now it is your chance to fight and defeat this horror. It is also your only chance. twisting and twitching, the demon woman enters the classroom, cackling menacingly. Am I beautiful? You raise your old shotgun. There's nothing in it, so all I got is just one big fucking paperweight. Bam, that's it. One shot. Frozen in fear, you watch as she gets closer. Her sharp scissors are slowly cutting through your cheeks as she asks you, am I beautiful? You've perished. Your playthrough lasted 70 minutes. Well, yeah, because I took a break. In this run, you've managed to solve 2 mysteries plaguing this town, solve 4 new events, and encounter 5 new enemies. Always like the little meh when the game starts up. Alright, so that was World of Horror.